What's up, guys? Welcome to 5 Things We Learned from UFC 292. And obviously, I'm just going to start off by saying this was a good card, okay? I enjoyed this card. We've had a few stinker cards recently. We've got to be honest. A lot of them have been dead. The Sandhagen one was completely dead. Terrible card. But oh my god, this card was good. And you know what? It feels weird to say that because this card only had one finish as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure it had one finish in the entire card. But it was the O'Malley main event, so I'm not complaining because predicted. I'm never going to get over that because, you know, what a prediction. Round 2 KO, called it perfectly. And yeah, amazing event. We learned a lot this weekend. I'm going to get into it right now. We've got 5 things. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I hope you enjoyed the video. What a week for UFC. I'm back. This is just, you know, this has cured my MMA burnout. I was getting really frustrated after like a few weeks of dead cards, but the future is looking pretty bleak, to be fair. The next pay-per-view doesn't look amazing, but we can pray it'll be good. We never know. And starting off with the number 5 thing we learned, Sean O'Malley is the future of bantamweight, okay? I knew it already. I thought he'd win this, obviously. I predicted him to win, but the guy's legit, okay? People think he's a hype guy and he's just a hype train, and you know, the UFC, clearly, obviously, they do love to push O'Malley. It's true. There's no denying it. Ever since the Contender Series knockout, you know, Dana White has loved O'Malley. He is a money-making machine. And O'Malley has just solidified himself as the top 5 draws in the UFC, okay? I don't care what anyone says. He is now. He's not top 3 yet, I don't think. Maybe he is, actually. I don't know. I don't think he's top 3, but he's top 5, okay? Because this guy did what Adesanya couldn't do in many, many fights, okay? Because O'Malley's fight is already more mainstream than literally half of Adesanya's, okay? He's gone viral on YouTube. The entire second round is on the UFC channel. It's got millions of views in like 8 hours flat, 10 hours. Crazy, amazing, well done. People who don't even care about MMA are reposting like his win and like stuff celebrating his win. So huge props there. He's gone worldwide. He's genuinely on his way to becoming a household name for anyone who just is a casual fan at all. Oh yeah, O'Malley, he's my favourite fighter. He's the champ of bantamweight. He's legit. He knocks everyone out, you know what I mean? That's what you're going to hear now more and more. Amazing. This is good for the UFC. Aljamain is kind of pay-per-view poison, to be honest. And we got to be honest, Aljamain isn't going to beat Volk, okay? So it's just a good thing this happened because I don't really care about Sterling Volk, because Volk's time is limited. He's old, and I'd rather see him fight Oliveira, Topuria, or Makhachev, okay? Because beating Sterling, we all know it's going to happen. He'd be a huge favourite, and it wouldn't prove anything because we already know that Volk would hammer Sterling, and Sterling would never win that fight. But yeah, amazing job. You know, bantamweight is saved. Merab probably isn't going to get the title shot. Hopefully they give it to Chito if they give O'Malley what he wants, but they usually do give O'Malley what he wants. So, you know, when you're dropping a performance like that, you've made the UFC a lot of money, so I think they should return the favour and say, you know what, you're right, Chito is the fight to make. It's a big draw. He's just got to win. Sandhagen did a snooze fest. He doesn't deserve that. This is the Ultimate Fighting Championship, okay? This isn't the Ultimate win by decision championship, okay? We want fights, okay? And I know what you say, oh, well, you know, they're just trying to win. Listen, O'Malley showed what a fight is, okay? Sandhagen's last performance, that wasn't a fight. That was a grappling match. There's a difference. If he got a submission, fair enough, but he didn't. He just made it a snooze fest. Half guard camped. Really disappointed in that. Not a fan of him anymore. But anyway, O'Malley is the future of bantamweight, is what we learned in number 5. Number 4, Chris Weidman isn't going to come back, okay? Chris Weidman's probably done. Obviously, he fought Brad Tavares. He looked okay. He looked like kind of like I thought he would. I was kind of, when I was watching, I had my hand over the screen like this. Anytime his leg was in view, I was like, every time. Because I didn't want to see his leg break again, because that would be absolutely disgusting. And I thought it would happen. And obviously Tavares was chopping at the leg. And I mean, he was like leg kick spamming like he was in UFC 4. And it was working. Weidman was like all funny on his legs. I was really scared it was going to snap in half. I was about to like go, oh my God, disgusting. Thankfully, it didn't break, so that's good. And he obviously, I think he lost 3-0. But to be fair, you know, he's like 38, 39 in middleweight, and I think he should be proud that he made it through the fight without getting finished, because you know, he's come through a lot of adversity. Um, he's probably on a decent contract. Would have made a good bit of money. Can probably retire now. He didn't say he would, but I think he should. I don't really think he beats many people at middleweight if he can't beat Brad Tavares. And yeah, well done to Weidman for getting through that. But I did see him after the match, and he was in a wheelchair with like a thing around his leg. Not a good sign. I don't think he's going to be back. I think he will retire eventually when he realizes his leg isn't going to be the same again. Obviously, the last thing you want after having a leg break and obviously all that surgery and the titanium thing in your leg is getting leg kicked so hard you have to be in a wheelchair. So not ideal for Weidman at all there. And yeah, just terrible. But I think it's probably the end of Weidman, but he should be proud of himself. He had a good performance. Well, not a good performance, but considering the circumstances, it was a good performance. So we'll give him that. Well done to him. And obviously, Brad Tavares is the better fighter at this point in time, which is kind of crazy to be honest, because Brad Tavares is not a very good fighter whatsoever. And yeah, Chris Weidman, he isn't the man he used to be. And yeah, number 3, Chito Vera is not going to beat O'Malley. Okay, that's number 3. Obviously, he did win that fight. There was a rigged scorecard in there. There was a 30-27. No, okay. That is what I hate about the UFC, and it's what really annoys me. There's no way there was a 30-27. He did not win all 3 rounds. He lost 2, okay? Yeah, he definitely lost 2. There's no way you can score that for Vera. Rigged scorecard completely. I do think Chito won 2-1. I'm happy to admit that. I do think he won 2-1. There's no way he won 3-0, okay? That's a rigged scorecard. And the fight went pretty much how I thought it would, but I did think Pedro was going to win a 2-1 decision. I thought he was going to get annoying in the first round, but it was a little bit too close. And Vera did win the fight. I think he definitely won the 3rd round, and he won another. I can't even remember which round it was. They were so similar. But yeah, rigged scorecard, that 30-27 shouldn't be a thing. Investigate Sal D'Amato and Chris Lee immediately. And yeah, he doesn't beat O'Malley, okay? We've got to be honest. You're making Munoz look that good, and he just looked susceptible to the leg kick, okay? That was there all day. And Munoz is good at leg kicking, granted. O'Malley's better, okay? O'Malley is the best leg kicker, I think, in bantamweight. I think he's just the best striker in bantamweight. You know what? Ever, okay? I've said it. O'Malley is the best striker at bantamweight ever. He's better than anyone. And yeah, I just think he's better at leg kicks. If Vera's pushing forward, he's gonna get caught by O'Malley. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm gonna make a wild prediction here. O'Malley could be the first guy to KO Vera, okay? Because you know, you're fighting Munoz and you're getting hit. It's okay, because Munoz ain't a power machine. But you're fighting O'Malley, it's different, okay? He's got real knockout power. He's better at countering. And I can just see him clipping Vera, you know? And I can just see his chin going. Because I know he's got a good chin, but I can see him cracking it. And also, if that doesn't happen, I can see him spin kick KOing Vera. Because Munoz is really short. He's got short legs, and he nearly landed the spin kick. It was this close to his face. And I was thinking, if that was a guy with long legs, Vera would literally be unconscious on the floor right now. So, yeah. You know, not a great performance by Vera. Did he win? Yes. But, you know, you should be finishing these guys, Vera. They're 3 wins. Come on. Munoz is old, and I know he's hard to put away. But I just want to see something more from you. But, yeah, it was pretty boring. But, you know, win's a win, I guess. Better than the Sandhagen fight, at least. And, yeah. Vera is not going to beat O'Malley, is what we learned from that. He just didn't look good enough to beat him. Number 2, Aljamain Sterling is not going to do really well in the future. I presume he's moving up to featherweight. It's a bit unclear at the moment. He doesn't like 135. He likes 145. However, he now wants a rematch, so it's all a bit confusing. I took O'Malley to win that fight, and he did, by KO in the 2nd round like he did. I'm taking him again, like doubling down again, because he's just took damage. He's going to have to cut again, and he's literally getting older, and O'Malley's going to be even better and have recovered from his injury. He has a broken rib, I think. So, you know, why wouldn't you pick O'Malley in a rematch? Even people that are going Aljo, I think, will pick O'Malley. And they shouldn't make that. That isn't a fight to make. You can't get a rematch when you look that poor. you know, that's not a good look. You know, he basically got destroyed. He had no good moment. There was never a close moment where O'Malley was in danger. Stuffed his takedowns, and yeah, I mean, you know, if he was like 5-0 as champion, you know, completely destroying everyone, but the problem is his championship record is somewhat tarnished. You know, excuse me, it's a one-arm Dillashaw, controversial decision over Yan, and then um I've had a mind blank now. It's Henry Cejudo, who was coming back, and he's basically a flyweight after like a 4 or 3 year layoff. So it's just not the best resume as a champion. Not Usman level, and I don't think it warrants a rematch. Fight wasn't close. O'Malley slept him in two. And yeah, I think we should give O'Malley Vera. They might do Sandhagen. They might do Merab. If they don't, the way I'd rank it in likeliness is Vera, Sandhagen if Vera's not the option, and then Merab. But I doubt they're going to do Merab, and I'm pretty sure Sandhagen's injured, so we'll see. L for Aljo, complete L. I don't know what he's going to do now. My best suggestion to Aljo would be forget the rematch. It's effort. You're going to have to cut weight. You know, psychological idea that, you know, this guy just knocked you out. You've took damage. You know, stop cutting weight. Move up a weight class. And fight Max Holloway, okay? I think that's the fight. He'll be coming off a win. He'll win against the Korean Zombie. That's in a few weeks. He'll win that fight and then say, listen, me versus you for the belt. What do you say? And I think that's good. You know, it's not a rematch for the belt, but it's the title contention shot for the belt. And I think that is the way to go. I think it's fair. And yeah, let's run that. I think that's the fight to make. Holloway versus Aljamain Sterling. And I would be picking Aljamain, I think, to win that. I think he would take down Holloway and probably control him, but you never know. After seeing Sterling on the feet, you know, it might be he might get outstruck, but we'll see. But I think that's definitely the fight to make for Sterling. And yeah, we move on to number one. Number one, Zhang Weili is, you know, probably the best women's fighter right now, okay? I think she beat Shevchenko. Grasso's closer, because Grasso on the feet, I think, would, you know, be challenging for Weili, and Grasso's pretty underrated on the ground, but I just feel like she destroyed Shevchenko, you know, she's older, she's slower, and having watched that, I just feel like, you know, if you compare that to other women's wrestling, some grappling, she beats basically all of them. I think Erin Blanchfield will give her a run for her money. I'm really high on Erin Blanchfield stocks. I think she's probably going to be champion soon. If she beats Talia Santos, she'll ragdoll Shevchenko or Grasso. I think she beats both of them. And then I think she could fight Weili. But Weili's getting on there. You know, she's 34. She hasn't got a huge amount of time left, so she needs to make the most of it. Let's have a super fight. Shevchenko, let's go for it. But yeah, Weili's legit. Amanda Lemos had basically one good moment in the fight. She landed one big punch. Her Darce chokes were pretty good, but she kind of threw them at weird times. She got them like when it was difficult to get them, but she just couldn't finish. Weili's too good, and she got dominated in the wrestling. They were both tired in round 4 and 5, especially round 4. They were absolutely knackered, super gassed. But yeah, it was a pretty good fight. I enjoyed it. It was fun to watch. Weili definitely is good, you know. Weili's amazing. She's very well rounded, I think. She probably could have took the crucifix at some point, so I feel like it was there. She didn't, so I don't know why. And Lemos, you know, she had a lot of grit to not give up. I know a lot of fighters would actually give up at some points in that fight. It just looked like there was maybe it was like 1 or 2 punches off a finish at some points. You know, when it was ground and pounder up against the fence. I just feel like 3 more strikes, Lemos would have faded completely and kind of just like basically being TKO'd, and the ref would have stepped in. But yeah, great performance from Weili. Lemos should probably be looking at retirement soon. She's 36. She took a lot of damage there. It didn't look like it, but she did, because her face looks completely fine after it. Obviously that's her title hope's gone now, but you know, great, still, you know, decent effort from her. She's 36, so for a 36-year-old women's fighter, it's pretty good. And you know, she had moments on the feet. On the feet, she was doing all right. It was more even on the feet, but she did get dropped at the end. I think it was in round 5 she got dropped. So you know, there was that as well. And she did slip a few times, and I do feel bad for fighters when that happens. It must be so frustrating that you just give up a free takedown like that. But yeah, anyway, well done to Zhang Weili, and thank you guys so much for watching the video. Really appreciate it. I'm going to try and upload a bit more this week. I was pretty inactive last week, so apologies for that. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Obviously, Mystic Tizzer, you don't want to miss any of my predictions. When I make predictions, I do a lot of research. I put a lot of thinking into it. So you just know that when you're on this channel and I'm making a prediction video, just know I thought long and hard about it. And if I'm not somewhat sure, I won't make the prediction. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.